So, today's our topic is arrays. So, what is meant by array? Array is a data structure. So, what is meant by data structure? Let's say now some elements stored in our data, stored in our database. That is called as a data structure. An array is a data structure that is used to store the homogeneous data. That means collection of similar data items. For example, we want to declaring a same data type with the different variables. That time we go for an array that's stored in an under a common name. A value in an array is active by its index or subscript. So in the array, we store the value in the name of index. Otherwise, it's called as a subscript. The index or subscript identified with its the square bracket. Enclosed in square brackets with the array name. So array is a derived data type. So we store the elements within the array by using of some array name. We have different types of arrays. First one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and multi-dimensional array. So let me discuss about the types of arrays. First one-dimensional array. So what is my one-dimensional array? A collection of data items can be stored under a single variable name using only one subscript. That means we store the single variable name with only one subscript. For example, we want to store the number of elements in a single variable. That means you have to create a subscript. The subscript means nothing but it is size of the array. So within that size, we have to store the elements in the array. So such a variable is called as a one-dimensional array. So in this one-dimensional array, we have only one subscript. So it is called as only one-dimensional array. It stores fixed number of elements with same data type. It stores fixed number of elements with same data types. For example, we have given the size of an array is 5. So in this array, we have stored only 5 elements in the array because of we already give the size of 5. Suppose if the array size is 10, we have stored the elements up to 10. And also it is organized in a linear sequence. What is in my linear sequence? For example, by declaring an array called A with the data type int A of 5. The A of 5, A is called as an array name and 5 is an index. In an array, the index starts with 0. That means A of 0. The first element stored in the index A of 0. The second element stored in the index A of 1. And the next A of 2. And the next A of 3. And the next A of 4. So totally, we can store 5 elements with the size of 5. So for the first element, it is stored in an index A of 0. The next element stored in the next index, and the other element stored in the next index. That is called as a linear sequence. And also it is named as a linear array and vector. So here, how to declare an array? Array is declared in the same manner as the ordinary variable, except that each array name must have one subscript. So you already know about how to declare a variable, right? For example, int A equal to 10. Here, int A equal to 10 means int is a data type and A is a variable name and 10 is the value. Here the same thing we follow, but we declare in the index of the array. That means we declare in the size of the array. So what is the syntax of array declaration? First we have to give the data type, then array variable, and size of subscript of the array. The data type is called as an integer and array variable. So we declare any variable, array variable, and I have to specify the size of the index. For example, here we given int A of 5, right? So int is a data type, A of 5 is an array, name. A is the array name and 5 is the size. So here we can only store up to 5 elements. So already I told that in an array, the initial index is A of 0, starting with A of 0 and A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, up to A of 4. The totally we have stored up to 5 elements. Next one, array initialization. How to initialize an array? The value can be initialized to an array and they are declared as ordinary variables, otherwise they hold garbage value. So what they told me, so in this previous example, with A of 5, right? So A of 5 I given only 3 elements. So A of 0, A of 1, A of 2. The remaining A of 3 and A of 4 takes as the garbage value because there is no element for A of 3 and A of 4. That is called as a garbage value. The array can be initialized into two ways. First one at compile time and runtime. So what is the compile time and runtime? The compile time initialization means the value given before the compilation. That means directly given in the array values. Second one is runtime. So what is the runtime initialization? So after compilation, we given the value by using the help of scanf statement. That is called as a runtime initialization. So here, compile time initialization is the syntax for compile time initialization. Data type, array name, size equal to list of values. That means given the values for the particular array variable. For example, int marks of 3 equal to 98, 67, and 97. So here, what is the size of the mark? 3, right? So for that marks, declaring a 3 elements 98, 67, and 97. So here 98 is stored in the index from 0, and 67 is stored in 1, and 97 is stored in 2. So totally we have a 3 index and 3 elements. So that is a compile time initialization. Given the values directly in your program, there is a compile time initialization. Next one. So let's see the example for the compile time initialization. So already know about the structure of the C program, right? So first we have to declaring a header file called include as standard input output header file. The next one will include consolidated input and output header file. Next we will be declaring a void main. After that, I create a array name called B with the size of 3. So in the array B, I declaring an element 2, 4, and 5. After that, I give another one variable called I. So after that, I given the for loop. So what is the use of the for loop? The condition is check up to the condition is satisfied. After the condition is false, that should be come outside of the loop. That is the use of for loop. So initially I declared the for I equal to 0, I less than 3, and I plus plus. So here, what is the step 1? For I equal to 0, I less than 3. To check the condition 0 less than 3. So the condition is true. So the loop was inside of the for loop. So print of percentage b of I. So what is the b of I? So what is the value of I? Initially we have a 0. So b of I, already we have in a array name called b, then b of 0. So value of b of 0, 2. Again, the I is incremented by 1. Now the value of I equal to 1. So next to the condition is 1 less than 3. The condition is true. Comes to the printf statement. Now what is the value of I? 1. So here b of 1. So what is the value of b of 1? 4. The 4 is stored in the index file 1. The next the I loop will be incremented by 1. I equal to 2. So 2 less than 3. The condition is true. Okay, it comes into the printf statement. So b of 2. So what is the value of b of 2? 5. Again, the I loop will be incremented by 1. Here 3 less than 3. The condition is false. It's not satisfied. It comes outside of the loop. So what is the output we got for the b of 0 is 2, and b of 1 4, and b of 2 5. Okay, this is the example for compile time initialization. Next one we see about the runtime initialization. The runtime initialization, the array can be explicitly initialized at runtime. So what it is called as explicitly initialized at runtime. So while at run the program, they given the input value with the help of scanf statement, that is called as an explicitly initialized. Here we using a for loop as well as scanf statement to get the value of an array variable. Here we using of two different statements. First one scanf statement and then for loop. Okay. Let's see some example. Here by declaring an array called n with the size of 3. For I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So I plus plus. So scanf. So percentage d and of n of I. What is the use of that symbol and to getting the input value with the help of scanf statement. So initially I equal to 0, I less than 3. The condition is true. It comes inside the loop to get the input value and of n of I. N of I means that means n of 0 to get the input value 0. So here I given the value as input as 1. Okay, so next I equal to 1. 1 less than 3, the condition is true. Again, it comes inside the loop. Here n of I. So now the value of I is at 1. So n of 1. I give another value 3. Input as 3, and then again it will be included by 1. Now the value of I equal to 2 comes inside the scanf statement. N of 2. I give the input as 4. Again, the condition is false. Now the n of 0 is a 2, and n of 1 is the 3, and n of 2 is a 4. So now we get the input value for the particular index, n of 0 and n of 1 and n of 2. Okay. This is the example for runtime initialization. So let's see the example for another example for runtime initialization. So here int mark of 3. So here we're going to get 3 marks with the help of for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So in the scanf statement, I got the 3 marks. So after getting the 3 marks, I just want to print the 3 different marks. Okay. So after getting the 3 different marks, I'm going to print the marks for I equal to 0, I less than 3. So here marks of I. So in this kind of statement, I got the mark. I'm getting the input value as first index is 95, and then 1 is 96 and 97. 95 is 95 is stored in the mark of 0, and 96 is mark of 1, 97 is mark of 2. So here I equal to 0, I less than 3. So here the printer statement, it prints the what we got this kind of statement. The marks of 0. Marks of 0 is 95, 96 and 97. So this is a simple example for runtime initialization. So here the taken as an example for calculate the average marks of the student. It's also one of the simplest program by using of array. So here I get the 5 different marks and print the 5 different marks. After that, the total of marks of 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So after it give average of 5 different marks. Print the total and average. Next one, how to we assigning an array to another array. So if we want to assigning an array to another array with the help of an index position. So for example, if we want to assigning an array 1 values of array 1 to array 2, it's not possible to assign array 1 equal to array 2. So how it is possible to assign an array with the help of this simple program. For a of I, here I created two different array, A and B. So in this array B, this is the value 2, 4 and 6. After using a for loop I equal to 0 I less than 3, I to assign the B of I, B of 0 to A of I. What is the A of I? 0. So B of 0 is the value of B of 0 is 2. It is assigned to A of I. What is the A of I? A of 0. The B of 0 value is assigned to A of 0 and the 4 is assigned to B of 1 and it is assigned to A of 1. Likewise, it is assigned to one array to another array. So next one is a two-dimensional array. Array variable declared using two subscript. It's already we see about the single subscript because of it is a one-dimensional array. So in the two-dimensional array, we are using a two subscript. That means two square brackets. The first one is called as a row and second one is called as a column. The two-dimensional array is used to store table of value, also called as a matrix. It is called as a table or also it is called as a matrix. So in this, the elements are arranged in a rectangle grid of rows and columns. So that means index always specified with the square bracket. That means rectangle grid, rows and columns. So in mathematics, you see about matrix, right? That is in rectangle grid. So for example, if we put 2 into 2 matrix, we have to store the value of totally 4 value within the rectangle grid. Likewise, here we are using of the same rectangle grid in arrays. To access the data by using of both column and row subscript. So both the row and column subscript to take in as the value within the matrix. So how to declaring a two-dimensional array? So this two-dimensional array, you have to declare array with the two subscript. The first subscript is called as a row and the second subscript is called as a column. The second enclosed within the angular brackets. That means optional. There is no need of that angular brackets. It is an optional. And data type and identifier with row and column subscript are mandatory. For each row and column subscript, we have to given the data type and identifier name of the both row and column. This is syntax for two-dimensional array. So data type, array name, row and column. So here, take it as an example of A of 3 and 3. Here we storing of 3 rows and 3 columns. A is the array name. So let us take this table was a recent row. The reason vertically it is called as a column. So here first is one 0, 0 and then second one is called as 0 and 1 because row and column. Take a 0 and row and column. Second row and first column. Here third row, third column. So we have 2, 0, 2, 1 and 2, 2. Likewise, the elements are stored in the two-dimensional array. So next one is an initializing a two-dimensional array. The to initialize a two-dimensional array on like one-dimensional array. The number of values initialized in that array less than or equal to array size. That means within the rows and column size. So that means suppose we were given the row size 2 and column size is 2. It's not exceeding us 2 and 2. You have to include the initialize the elements within the row and column values. For example, A of 2 and 2 is 23 and 34 and 43 and 45. Or otherwise, you have to declare like this: A of 2 and 2 equal to 23 and 34 and 34. Totally 4 values. The first 23 and 34 taken as the first index. 23 is the first index and 34 is the second, and 34 and 34 is the second row. Likewise, it is assigned in your two-dimensional array. This is example for program for two-dimensional array. So it's not 3, 2. There is we are taken 3 rows and 2 columns. 3 rows and 0 and 1 and 2 is a row. 0, 1 is a column. So 23 and 34, 45 and 45, 76 and 86. Totally 3 into 2, 6 elements. We have stored up to 6 elements. By using of this for loop, first for loop is taken as a row and second for loop is a column. Okay, just first you have to taken as for I equal to 0, I less than 3. So the condition is true. So it goes to the inside of the for loop. The next for loop is for j equal to 0, j less than 2. Here the condition is true. It goes to the inside of the for loop to print the statement s of I comma 0. What is the value of I? 0, and the value of j is 0. So 0 comma 0, the value is 23. The 23 is printed. Again, the j loop is incremented by 1. Here j equal to 1. It comes inside the loop. Here s of I and j. So what is the value of I? I equal to 0. Now j equal to 1. So taken as the index value 0 comma 1 as 34. Now the j loop is incremented by 1. Now the value is j equal to 2. The condition is false. So here it goes to the for loop. That means I loop. Here the value is incremented by 1. Now the value is I equal to 1. The I less than 3. 1 less than 3. The condition is true. It comes inside the j loop. If j equal to 0, j less than 2. The condition is true. It goes inside the for loop. S of I and j. What is the value of I? Here I equal to value of I is 1. J equal to 0. So 1 and 0. So what's the value of 1 and 0? 45. Again the for loop is given by 1. Here the value of j is 1. S of I, j, 1 and 1. Here the element is 45. Next the condition is false. It goes to the I loop. Here I equal to 2. Here comes to the j loop. 2 comma 0, 76. Again 2 comma 1, 86. After that the value is incremented by 1. The condition is j loop is false. Again it goes to the I loop. After the value is incremented by 1. Now the value is I equal to 3. So the condition is false. It comes out of the loop. Here what is the value? Is printed 0 comma 0 is 23 and 0 comma 1 to 34. Again the next loop will be executed. At the time the value of 1 comma 0 is 45. The index of 1 and 1 is in 45 and 2 comma 0 is 76 and 2 comma 1 is in 86. So this is the operations of one-dimensional and two-dimensional array. I hope all are getting the concept about arrays. Thank you.